Visionaries, and we have some great artists here on the wall, and we have one of the artist's sons here, and he's gonna share some words with us. But before he comes, we have our supervisor from Little Rock, Marty, Ryall. He's gonna come and he's gonna share some words with us.
Thank you, Ruthie. I appreciate that, and appreciate those of you that are here with us today. We're very excited about this exhibit that's opened here, and Ruthie, we appreciate the work you've done on this, and Thomas Jacks here, who's our acting director. We appreciate the work he has done on this. We're very excited to have Victor Jordan here with us, who is the son of Dewitt Jordan. And I want to say we have 6 Dewitt Jordan paintings or works here on display here tonight. And he was a very talented artist from Helena, and it's really an artist is very the pride of the Delta. I'm a big fan of his work, and I'm very excited that at the Division of Arkansas Heritage we have 4 museums, and this is one, but another is the Historic Arkansas Museum. And recently they were able to acquire 2 original Dewitt Jordan paintings, and they're on display here. It's a river scene, and then also the cotton baling press scene. And this is the first time they've been on display. They were just acquired from a private owner in Memphis, probably a month, maybe 6 weeks ago. And this is the first time they've been on display anywhere. So we're very excited to have them for the first time on display here at the Delta Cultural Center on loan from the Historic Arkansas Museum. But then there's 4 other works that the Delta Cultural Center has. And then of course there's other works here from other Delta artists we hope you'll enjoy. Edward Wade, Rat Smith, and some others. But I'm very excited to have Dewitt Jordan's son, as I mentioned, Victor Jordan, here with us, and his wife. So Victor, if you don't mind coming up and saying a few words, we'd love to hear from you.
I'd like to say good evening to everybody. Amen. And I really appreciate you all coming out to take part in this celebration. I'd like to thank Delta Cultural Center for thinking enough of my father's work to purchase it, to put it on display, to make it noteworthy so that the public can actually come in and take a look at it with the other artists as well that they have on display this afternoon. Some of the works that are here I've seen before because I often watch my father paint, but there are some that I haven't seen. The first one, Joan Sutherland, was one of my personal paintings that I donated to the Delta Cultural Center some time back. It was a little bit cumbersome to keep up with it, and I didn't want anything to happen to it, and I thought, you know what, the Cultural Center doesn't own any of his work, so why not? I can always go down and see it. The one next to it was also part of this same collection he did for the New York Symphony Orchestra in the very late 60s and early 70s. That actual collection, if I'm not mistaken, contained 12 actual paintings, the same size as those. And I'm not sure where the rest of them are. I had 3 of them at one time. Unfortunately, about 7 to 8 years ago, my house burned and I lost 2 of them. And every time I see Joan or anything from that collection, it really hurts me to my heart. But I mean, sometimes unfortunate things happen in life and we just have to live with that. My father was noted for his riverboat scenes, for cotton fields, paintings of that nature. And, you know, at times in his career, he drew criticism for that. People thinking that the paintings meant something that it really didn't. You know, when he was a child, he just painted what he saw. My grandmother told me by the time he was 5 or 6 years old that he was actually painting on canvas. And that's what he loved and that's what he wanted to do. So on his grandfather's farm, when he sat out on the porch and draw and paint, this is what he saw. He saw people chopping cotton, picking cotton. They'd come over to Helen, and he always wanted to go over to the river and look at the boats. Me personally, when I see his paintings, for me it's a reflection of where his people came from in the past. price that his people paid for us now to be, in the positions that we are now. So I don't think it's a grim reminder. I think for me, it's growth. To see where at one time we were as a people and where and how we have excelled. And I'm so thankful for my father's work, because when I look at it, it reminds me of days gone by. And so for me, there's subtle memories of achievements and accomplishments. And it's immortalized on canvas. There's people all over the United States that loves the work of Dewitt Jordan. And a lot of people own his work. He's got work all over the country. I couldn't tell you half of the paintings that he has or that he's done. But he has works in Memphis, New York, Chicago, New Orleans, all over California, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, just all over the place. And so I think that his work left a legacy behind, not as what the content of the paintings were, but the talent of the man himself. This was his talent. He had other things he could do, but there's nothing better DeWitt Jordan can do than paint but to talk. He could do that. And he could tell you a story of every single painting. As most of y'all probably know, artists they're a little bit different. Artists are somewhat eccentric type people. Their thought patterns probably work the opposite of normal people. My father would look at 2 or 3 people's faces, and he would tell me with his own words, I took his nose, I got the eyes off this guy, and this is this guy's mouth, and I put it together, and I create these faces. Some of his work is of actual people, like the portrait of the lady here in the middle over there. That's an actual person, a real portrait. He has several portraits, but most of his paintings, they're faces that he just created himself. I don't know how to explain it. I guess that's the kooky part of being an artist. I mean, you've got Rembrandt, you've got Michelangelo, you've got all these different artists, and the telltales of their lives are always, each artist has always lived on the edge somehow. And I guess that's just part of the ability to be able to create on canvas. I don't know, I can't do this, I wish I could. I'm more architecturally inclined. I was always embarrassed by my teachers going to the board, you Dewitt Jordan, son, we know you can draw, and I'm up here drawing stick people. And everybody's laughing, and I'm just humiliated. I never really let it bother me, but I had to find some type of art form, and it was architecture, so I stick to that. And DeWitt stuck to this. This is what he did. As far as I can remember, my father was always an artist, and he loved being an artist more than I think anything in the world. So I hope that each of you that have visited here today can find something in the art form that relates to you in some way, to understand that basically all this man wanted to do was display his talents. Sometimes the subject matters, as I said earlier, may be touchy-feely here and there, but as an artist, I don't say it because he was my father, but I thought he was pretty good. So I don't look at his work to compare to other artists. I just look at his work and I appreciate it and I admire it. And I thank God that I'm his son. To be here today and speak to you all, and I just hope you all enjoy the exhibit. Once again, I'd like to thank the Delta Cultural Center, the curators, and everybody that's been involved in doing this exhibit. And hopefully there'll be some other exhibits of his work in different places.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
I'm Thomas Jackson, the interim director here at the Delta Cultural Center. We want to thank you once again for being here. There's plenty over there for snacks. We encourage you to continue looking around and looking at the art and Delta Visionaries and enjoy yourself. Thank you.